FM 94, The Dark. It is that time again. It's time to get to know a band we play here on The Dark. And this is a fan favorite, Central Minnesota. That's right. Niki and Ralf from KrashKarma are joining me right now on the airwaves. They are in California. How are things going in California, guys?
Hey, greetings from Los Angeles. How you doing?
Hello. We're great.
Well, we're in lockdown. But for us, it's like always. We are buried in the studio. We are writing and recording music.
Is it a normal thing? It's normal for you guys, though, to be locked down, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty similar to our normal schedule. Everyone's kind of on our schedule now.
Yes, but I mean, if you look outside, it's pretty much like I Am Legend. It's empty streets. It feels like Christmas or Thanksgiving, honestly.
Yeah, give us, obviously we're here in Central Minnesota. You're in L.A., so every part is different. I had a chance to talk to a band in New York about 3 weeks ago when they are obviously in the epicenter. I talked to a band that was in Maryland not too long ago. I had a chance to talk to another band in California actually last night. But what's it like in California right now?
It's a little bit Mad Maxy, quite honestly. It's like basically we're home, so we don't see a lot of everything. I try to go out as little as possible, but when we have to go out, everyone's in masks. Everyone's in their little garb here, and it is Los Angeles, so people try to look good while doing it.
I saw you on your BMX bike, by the way, Niki, with your mask going into a store there. You had posted that on your Facebook page.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's how we roll.
It always feels like we're robbing somebody. We have our black BMX bikes. We are dressed all black. Before we see anybody, we put our masks up and have skulls on it.
And our gloves.
And then we look super gangster, go in a store and rob somebody.
Well, I was concerned if maybe gas prices had surged there because you're on a BMX bike, but I think gas prices are pretty low, aren't they there?
They're really low, but we have a market right down the street, and it's just nice to get out and do some kind of physical activity, and we ride around the neighborhood a lot because that's basically all we can do. So we've been exploring the neighborhood, and it's really the air is really clean here right now. But there's lines at the grocery stores, and it's very interesting.
I'm kind of curious. Are people getting stir crazy in California, or are they been pretty civil for the most part?
Everybody's pretty civil as far as you can see. You hear the stories about some of things, but we haven't seen everything. Everyone's kind of wanting this thing to go away here, so they're pretty much following the orders. But you see it on the bike paths and everywhere else. Like all our public parks are closed, all the beaches are closed. So there's not really anywhere anyone can go, So.
But people are definitely outside on bikes and jogging and working out and try to do something.
Mm-hmm.
So Niki, with the beaches closed, how does Ralf get his tan?
Oh, he's vampiring out right now.
No tan. But you know what? Funny enough, the other day we ordered some takeout from our favorite Mexican restaurant, and that happens to be right at the beach. So we took a ride to the beach, and we drove over Mulholland Drive, which is through the Hollywood Hills. And for the first time in my life, I saw the ocean from the Hollywood Hills.
That's sweet. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. The air is so good right now.
The air is super clean, yeah.
Hey, go ahead.
Mm-hmm. So we're doing all kinds of projects that I've been holding off on, and one of them is to fix our convertible. So by the end of the week, I got our convertible back, and then we're going to do another trip to the beach to our favorite Mexican restaurant.
Nice. Now, let me ask you this, Ralf. Obviously, you're from Germany, and you have probably friends and family over there. How have they been coping with this, and what's it like over there?
Oh, you know what? They have super strict. Not more than 2 people can assemble and meet. Otherwise, you get a ticket. And they're planning right now the whole reopening thing. So they have the numbers pretty much under control as far as I can tell. They estimated how many people can get sick, what the hospital situation is, and they always were under capacity. So they have it pretty much figured out. And I got people that get unemployment, they have big benefits over there. So my friends have no problem with money. Everybody still has their job, and the people are taken care of.
And Niki, I know you're originally from the New Jersey area, which was really hardly hit here in the U.S. Do you have still some people back there that you talk to at all?
Oh yeah, everybody. But their lockdown is pretty severe, and they're thinking about extending it down there. And I don't know anybody. None of my family has gotten it, thank goodness. But yeah, they're taking it pretty serious because they're getting worse and worse as the days go by right now. So they're definitely in the epicenter here in the States, and they're in New York. So they're getting hit. But luckily, so far, not anyone in my family has it that I've heard of so far. So
But we do know a bunch of people who had it.
yeah, that's true.
And what I guess I'm kind of curious on that, since you know some people in that. What are the age groups of these people, and have they recovered from it?
So far, no one that we know died. I know what's the youngest girl? She's like 8 years. She has it.
8 years. Yeah.
Her father is like in the 40s. He was in a coma. He got it really bad, but he got out of it. He's getting better now. My friend's grandpa had it, and he also had cancer and recovered from the cancer, and he also recovered from the virus. So everybody we know who had serious health conditions before who had it recovered. We don't know anybody who died, but we know people who got
all different age groups.
Yeah, all different age groups from like I said, 8 years until to 90, and healthy people and really people who are not doing well, and everybody recovered.
That's awesome to hear. This is just crazy what has happened in the world here. 185 countries have been impacted. I think I looked up, there's only like 195 countries in the whole world. So basically, everybody's been impacted on the human side, and a lot of people have obviously been impacted on the job side. How about you guys? Since, you are musicians, this is your livelihood. How much has it impacted you so far?
Well, since we plan on recording our new album anyway right now, it didn't affect us at all. But come June, when we plan on being on the road, it will affect us 100%. And I'm not sure how long our saved money from last year will get us, maybe through a few more months. And then we're going to start to struggle. And I guess, music is like a luxury item. If people have money, that's the first thing that goes. So we're gonna get hurt pretty good.
Looking at this thing for the music side, music industry, what do you think's gonna happen on the other side?
I think for sure it's going to be a long time before we can get on any big gatherings will be allowed. I'm really nervous about the smaller places, too, because during all this, as you know, a lot of small businesses have to close down, and some of them won't be able to afford to reopen. So, and this means that a lot of the places that we set up and play may not even exist anymore because they don't get through this. So it'll be a different world when we come out on the other side. And I think once everyone does come out on the other side, there's going to be such an influx of major bands that need to recoup all this stuff that they lost right now. So it's going to be just like nothing and then onslaught of everything. Maybe. I'm not sure. I really don't know. I'm not sure.
I mean, the Germans canceled Oktoberfest.
Yeah.
That's never a good sign.
Wow.
That was canceled the last time in World War II.
Yeah.
Really? Wow. I know there's just historic things happening all the time, but I'm really curious about the music industry and what's going to happen with it. And you brought up a great point, Nikki. The smaller venues, the clubs like that, the bars in that, are they even going to be able to survive? And for you guys, that is a lot of the places where you play, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yes.
And we depend on small businesses, and this is definitely the worst hit right now. And then promoters, bookers, everybody who depends or that's in this industry has no work right now. So everyone is kind of scrambling to figure out how to make a buck, and we'll have to see where everybody's at in 6 months and then kind of reestablish how this is going to be. I think it's going to be probably till 2021 before things are rolling in that direction again, in the live music direction.
Yeah, you mentioned that, and there's been people that have been talking about that. This is not going to just, pandemic going to go away. Everybody's just going to come out in herds once again. It might take a long time. And, do you feel that there's going to be, obviously you mentioned the venues, but how about the bands? Do you think there's going to be a lot of bands that are basically going to collapse, fold, and not be a band anymore?
Yes, I do. I think especially bands on like the small level or like the mid-sized level like we are or something like that, just because it's going to be nearly impossible to continue doing this. It's not, as some people do it as a hobby, some people do it, who knows what the motivation is, but to come out of this, they're going to have different priorities, I think.
And luckily for you guys, it's just you two, so you don't have a lot of extra people to pay, so that's a good thing. But in the other side of it, this is your livelihood, so it's not like you guys are working a full-time job somewhere else. This is your full-time job.
Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly. So we definitely gonna feel it really hardcore. But for now, I feel we're really lucky because, like I said, we planned on being at home anyway and writing and recording. And I'm really super lucky that it's just Niki and I, and we are still the band. So we can, for us, it's basically normal life right now.
Well, if you're just joining us and you haven't figured out who we're talking with Niki and Ralf from KrashKarma. They have been here in Little Falls at least 3 times. They've been rocking, had a lot of fun. And, of course, when Niki and Ralf are in lockdown mode, they're also in writing mode. And you guys have done a lot of writing as of late and have released a lot of stuff as of late, too. Let's go back a little bit. Not too long ago, you released the song Girl with a Hammer, and I think that's because you guys have you enjoy the Harley Quinn movie kind of thing. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
So let's talk about that a little bit. What made you guys think to do that song, and obviously your inspiration is because you like the movies.
Well, we like Harley Quinn.
Yeah, exactly.
And she was about to have her own movie with the Birds of Prey. And just the whole female villain, and that it's like I can relate, and we just really wanted to do something to connect with that audience and just have some fun, and that was that. Give a little ode to the comic world and to the female power.
And we're performers. Niki used to play the drums with nunchucks. Then we have a song where she has a baseball bat, and once the movie Suicide Squad was out and Harlequin was with the baseball bat, we felt like, we're doing a song with a baseball bat. And then we got into the whole culture of Harlequin, and she has a hammer. So we decided we need to write a song with a hammer.
I like that. It was fun. It was pretty cool seeing the videos. Is it fun to make that?
Oh, yeah. And we made a nice big hammer for stage, and it's super fun to play live, and people love it. So it's really a fun little song to do.
Yeah, we put the song on Spotify, and it got our most famous song pretty quick.
Before that, you had Kill This Love, the Blackpink song that you did. And, that I'm not so much understand that whole aspect. That's kind of a Japanese thing. Is that what that is? Or
it's South Korean.
South Korean, that's what it is. But my kids knew it right away. They're like, Niki and Ralf did that. That song is awesome. So it's like, and my girls really well, so they thought it was great. And that one got a lot of airplay, it seemed like, across the U.S. of A.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a big one.
I mean, you know what? We also feel like I'm not really into this culture, but one day we opened YouTube and I clicked on the What's Hot button, and now we found this video and it was just uploaded. And let me tell you, it had 400 million hits within 4 days.
Wow.
So to get the magnitude, if somebody like Slipknot releases a song, it has maybe 2 million hits in those days. And at 400 million. So when we saw those numbers, we knew the magnitude of this song. And we listened to it and we liked it. We said, we have to cover
we can
this.
Make this metal.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And
that doesn't always happen. It's like you got to find some inspiration in this stuff, and that song was inspiring, and we liked it, and we could see how we could rock it.
Absolutely. And go ahead.
It's always a challenge, to do this. And with a song, to put a metal version out of the song was the challenge, and then to learn South Korean, that was the real challenge.
Yeah.
Yeah. My daughters are doing foreign languages now, and I don't even know what they're saying anymore. So it's like, hey, is Ralph in my house or what?
They're cursing you out.
They're not taking German though, Ralph. They're not taking German. So sorry, but
I don't blame them. Man, after learning South Korean, it's like I can only imagine how bad German is.
Of course, this virus has been going on, and you guys decided to write a song called "The Cure," and we're spinning that right now. What made you write this? I mean, the virus, obviously, but what I guess came to your mind to say, hey, let's do this?
The cure is more than just like a cure for the virus. It's just like this whole thing. Nobody knows what's going on, and we're all just kind of sitting around waiting to see what the answer is, and we're all just stuck inside, kind of trying to figure it out. And it's just we wanted to speak to the people and speak to how we were feeling and the pent up energy we have of not knowing. And that was kind of where that started from, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like when you're stuck waiting and you don't know what's happening. And you're just waiting for somebody to come along, and everybody just feels so helpless right now. So you realize that all we have is each other. And the music always got us through the hard times. So we felt, man, we're all kind of like alone together waiting for something to happen, and no one knows what. And so we felt we need to release some music that people can relate to.
And obviously, people I think are digging it around here. Have been playing it for a few weeks, and people have been asking about it. And they've been asking about when you're going to come back. And obviously, that's going to be, who knows what's going to happen on that for right now. But the future for you guys getting back out there is a big thing, isn't it? You need to get back onto the road.
Absolutely.
What do you? I guess. And how do you make plans for something like that on this? But are you still in the planning process right now? And then eventually, if you have to postpone or cancel, that's what you're doing?
Yes. I mean, honestly, we have a whole summer tour and a fall tour booked. We're going to be in the States in June and July, and then in August, and then in Europe in September and all of October. So we have already 4 or 5 months of this year planned for touring. But we will not announce any tour dates before we know this is going to happen, and I'm afraid this is probably not going to happen.
Right. One thing, though...
But as of now, you can't really plan any more than we already have before because everything's shut down.
Right.
So, like, everyone is on hold right now. So we're doing the best that we can, but we're more or less starting to plan for next year already and seeing what happens with this year.
I mean, exactly. We already booked 3 festivals for 2021.
Yeah.
That's what we're booking right now. But you know what? Now thinking about those festivals that we booked, probably all the promoters try to get the band from this year moved to next year. So I don't even know how this is going to work out.
Yeah, it's just kind of the unknown. One thing, though, that you guys have been doing is been writing a lot of music, playing some music, and you're hoping to put out an album yet here sometime soon, right?
Yes.
Yes, I mean, right now we're working on a Beatles cover that we will send you next week.
Ah, you finally told me what it was.
No, it wasn't supposed to tell you.
You let the cat out of the bag.
Oh, I was just gonna ask because you said there was a '60s cover song that you're doing, and I was messing with you guys on Saturday night, and you wouldn't let me know, but you'd let me know soon. So I'm glad, Ralph. You're just like somebody around here in Minnesota that doesn't give out their fishing hole. You just gave out the honey hole, and now everybody's gonna go to it.
I did. No, but this song is so sick. Oh man, I'm super
we're really
stoked.
excited.
I had to tell you, man. Right now, I'm mixing the song, and we're gonna shoot a video in the next 2 days in our rehearsal room, and it's badass.
Is it badass, Nikki?
It's awesome. I'm very happy. Yeah, it came out really cool. So we're gonna finish mixing it and then get ready to send it on over. So you'll have it as soon as it's ready.
Well, I guess the good thing is the Beatles have a very large catalog, so we don't know which song.
I'm not giving you any more than that.
It was their hits that we played.
It's
their hits.
You be quiet.
Are you gonna beat him right now or what?
Yes,
with the hammer? You're the girl with the hammer. So
the hammer is out. It's coming down.
No, I am the one who knocked.
Yes, absolutely. Oh boy, I tell you what, let's talk about the shows that you've done here and that, and it seems like what I've noticed is your fan base is getting bigger and bigger here. Are you noticing that in the last couple of years as you're going back to places that people have already seen you, that your fan bases are growing?
Absolutely. That's the only reason we keep doing it. Is if it wasn't, then it would be kind of fruitless.
That's true. Otherwise, you just send a Christmas card, right?
Yes, like, hi.
Here we are.
Exactly. I mean, we always look at the numbers, and more people come to our shows, and we can tell by the guarantees that we already got offered for the festivals for next year how everything is moving in a very positive way. That's why we're extra bummed that this whole thing happens right now.
Since since he's spilling the beans about everything else, can you spill the beans on the festivals, or is that I can't say that yet?
No, definitely not.
Okay.
And especially with the unknown of what's happening now. We're trying to get through the summer before we have. Like I said, we're not announcing anything about this summer yet, and it's we'll have to wait on that.
I know.
We hope for the best.
Well, I tried it since Ralph messed up once. I figured maybe you do it again.
You're lucky we're half asleep. So
that's true. You guys are basically 24 hours, 7 days a week, aren't you?
Yeah, basically.
I mean, our rhythm is so bad. Usually we go to bed around 6 or 7 a.m.
So you're just primed and ready right now, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Rock and roll.
Hey, I guess, what else do you have to say to your fans listening out there, as we wrap this up here for another time, and we'll get a chance to talk again. But I guess, what's the one thing you want to say to everybody out there listening right now tonight?
Be positive. Don't lose hope, and stay together. We're all in this on some level or another together, and stay home when you can. And support local businesses, local music, and we will get through this and be back together again.
Yes, and luckily we live in an age of social media. Find us, and we're going to be there for you. We're going to be still putting out our art and try to help you get through this.
I was going to say, there's a lot of artists that have really taken that over now, the social media aspect, because it's the only way they can do it now.
Exactly.
What are obviously those platforms again that you guys use for social media?
Well, for KrashKarma, it's always with a K if you're looking us up, so don't forget that. And basically, we're on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, anywhere that you like to hang out on social media, we are there. But KrashKarma with a K.
And the one thing I've noticed, too, a lot of artists have done is they've done stripped-down acoustic performances. Have you guys thought about doing a few of those kind of things? I know you've done some of those before, but have you thought about maybe putting those on your social media sites?
No, we always try.
I can't watch another acoustic performance right now.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay.
We've done this in the past, but now everybody's doing it. We need to do something different.
Okay.
And you know what? The funny thing is, we still have a really awesome song from my last album. It's called Way In, Way Out. And we do have a video, and it's an acoustic song, but I feel like right now it's not the right time to release an acoustic song, because everybody is releasing acoustic songs.
So you're going to go the complete opposite way, huh? You're going to just be like balls to the wall, everything.
Yes.
Balls to the wall, baby.
I just wrote the lyrics to the most brutal song we ever written.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you share the title at all or not?
Yeah, it says "Stick to Music."
Stick to music. Okay.
That will be an album track. That one probably won't be a radio-friendly one.
Oh, is that what you're saying? Okay.
It's a song where people confuse entertainment with art, and we're definitely on the art side, not the entertainment side, even though our art entertains. But to give you one line of the song, it's not a lapdog, it's a German shepherd that rips out your throat.
Yeah, it's going to get brutal.
Oh, looking forward to it. Hey, Niki. Hey, Ralf. Thanks so much for joining me. Stay safe, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we will get a chance to see you sometime here in 2020.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
It would be the best.
You guys all stay safe out there, and we love you, and we'll talk to you soon.
See you on the other side.
Once again, that is Niki, that's Ralf, that is KrashKarma. Their latest song is called The Cure. You're hearing it right now. It's on The Dark. It's on FM 94.